Hello everyone, I'm so excited to bring you another video today. I plan on sharing many more videos as we go forward on my YouTube channel, so it would be great if you would like and subscribe. I am looking for individuals that want to learn how they can up-level their life, how they can apply some new tools that they've never been shown before, to create the life they always dreamed of, or to be able to move past things that have been holding them back. So in my life coaching practice, I absolutely love working with individuals one-on-one to show them how they can do these things. But also, even more than that, I am just very passionate about this work and this information and these tools. And so anything that I can do to share that with a larger group of people, I am all about doing. I really want individuals to be able to move themselves forward. And so many of the tools that I use in my coaching can do just that for individuals. So I have all these ideas swirling around about things that I want to talk about and share with you. And I kind of realized that before I dig into some of those, I really should start at ground zero of what is one of the most important foundations of life coaching. And that is what you see here behind me, the self-coaching model. And this was something that I learned from Brooke Castillo at the Life Coach School. I actually learned this well before my certification. I had come across this through my functional medicine doctor, and she had shared a podcast with me. And from that first moment of listening to the podcast and beginning to follow the concepts that Brooke Castillo taught, it really changed my life. And I started using the model in my everyday life to bring about change or different outlooks, going after results that I wanted in my life. It really was the foundation for that. So I think it's a really good place for me to start to share that with you. And then things that I want to talk about in the future, when you hear me referring to the model, you will have a better understanding of what that's all about. So today I want to specifically talk about the self-coaching model, what it can do for you, how you can use it in your own life, and how it's such a powerful tool for making change. So we believe that everything in life can be summarized into one of these 5 areas. So you have your circumstances, which are things that happen in the world that we cannot control. This could be diagnoses that you're given. This could be individuals that pass away in our life. This could be a test score that you received. It could be a job promotion or the lack of a job promotion. It could be you getting in a car accident. It could be you winning the lottery. Like, these are all circumstances. And what we define as a circumstance is something that is a factual circumstance that has taken place. We can prove it in a court of law. We take away all of the feeling and emotion from it, and we just break it down to its very bare bones facts of what the story is. And that's what we will consider to be the circumstance. And then what happens is we have thoughts in our mind that happen about the circumstances. So these thoughts, we have so many thoughts in each day that are just flying into our brains. So many of them are subconscious. But these thoughts are the sentences that come in your mind when you are thinking about whatever circumstance that is. So a lot of these are subconscious. They are just kind of floating in, and you're processing some of them. Some of them you don't even kind of spend the time to notice, but there are so many of them floating in. So these are sentences that happen in your mind about the circumstances. And then the feelings are one-word descriptions of a vibration, like a physical vibration that happens in your body. And that feeling, that vibration, is coming as a result of the thought that you are having about the circumstance. So when someone passes away and we haven't been notified yet, we don't have a thought or a feeling yet because we don't know. But when we are told that someone that we love passed away, we will very quickly have a thought about it. And that thought that we're having is what creates the feeling that we're feeling. So our thoughts drive our feelings. And then after that, we take an action. So that's what our behavior is what we do or don't do in the world as a result of the feelings that we're feeling. So if you look at our human brain, it's constantly wanting to seek pleasure and comfort. So naturally, that's why it's hard to get the motivation to do things, because we're feeling this feeling, and that's what drives the actions that we take. And then ultimately at the bottom, the results that we get are what we see in the world as a result of the way that we act. So everything in life can kind of be fit into one of these spots when you're looking at it and breaking it down with this model. So how I've been able to use this, and how I would like to share with you and offer to you to be able to use this, is that literally any circumstance, anything from heavy things to light things to nitpicky things that just bother you to the heaviest of burdens that come into your life, you can use this model to work through those. And what it does is it creates an awareness. And the first step of making change is awareness. So we have to have the awareness before we can go and change anything. So for the purposes of keeping this very simple and straightforward so that you can apply this in your own life, I thought, let me give you a very basic example of how I could use the model in my life in a situation that I'm sure everyone can relate to. And I'm hoping it demonstrates the power of how you can use it to become aware of your thoughts and then choose to think something differently that gives you a different result in your life. So for example, let's say I'm driving to an appointment and I get cut off, like severely. They just pull right in front of me. I kind of have to slam on my brakes. Could have been a very catastrophic accident. Now, I basically just had a circumstance happen. I got cut off by a car. There would have maybe been witnesses around that would have seen this. If I happened to have a in-dash camera, it would have captured this on video, and I could prove that this circumstance did happen to me. Then what happens is I have a thought about that person cutting me off. So there could be a lot of them that are floating in. It could be, what a jerk. I can't believe they did that to me. They almost caused me to get in an accident. I'm furious. I don't have time for this. How rude. I mean, there could be so many thoughts that come flying in just from that one circumstance that happened to me. And the one that I choose to hold on to and linger with the longest will typically then drive the feelings that I'm feeling. So let's say my thought about being cut off is, that wasn't right. They shouldn't have done that. I'm angry, So that's my thought. That thought of they shouldn't have done that, what a jerk, they could have caused an accident, is going to make me feel anger. So that then leads to my feeling, the physical feeling in my body, the vibration of anger. Anger like that for me could maybe feel like a heating up in my face, maybe tense. I get very tense and grab the steering wheel and I'm gripping it. I'm grinding my teeth. I don't know, all the things that anger would present itself physically in my body. I'm experiencing that. And then from those feelings that I'm feeling, I take action. And so let's say my action is I speed up, get next to them, I start gesturing, I'm yelling, I am just escalating this situation even farther. Now, from at this point, more circumstances can happen. This person could choose to pull over, we could have an altercation, I could end up being late for my appointment because I'm messing around with this circumstance that happened. So these are the results that I could end up getting as a result of my actions that I'm taking. So, let's say that I just choose to pull up, yell at them, gesture at them, have an exchange of words at the next stoplight, and then I finally go about my day. Even that, when I show up at my appointment, you can see where I am vulnerable for my thoughts and my feelings and my actions totally taking away the energy that I wanted to show up with for this appointment. So that's a very simple example of how you would run a scenario through the self-coaching model. And so what I would do is I could say to myself, circumstances, I got cut off. So the exact same circumstance, I was cut off as I was driving to my appointment. And I could choose to have a thought of, that person must really be in a hurry. Maybe they're having a difficult day. And that thought could create a feeling in me of compassion. Maybe I want to feel compassionate for the person that's in a hurry and had to cut off someone else to get farther ahead. And so when I'm feeling compassionate, what might my actions be? Well, I probably will just let them go. I won't speed up. I won't yell at them. I won't make the situation worse. I will just focus on the only things that I can control and go about my day. So my actions are to just keep thinking about my appointment and go and get prepared for that and show up in a good mood and not frustrated and flustered because of what just happened. And so the result that I get is I'm present for my meeting. I didn't shoot up my blood pressure from getting so upset about this circumstance that just happened to me. So I hope you can see the difference in those two models. One is just further causing myself my own stress and anxiety, and one is reducing it and being able to go about my day and show up the way that I want to. So this is just a very simple example of how you can take any circumstance in your life and plug it into this model and look at the results that you're getting. And then you can choose to change your thoughts, which drives everything else, your feelings and your actions, and you can go about making change in your life to get more of the results that you want. You know, we all think that circumstances in our life are facts. But the truth is they're not. These are just thoughts that are coming into your brain, and we are not our thoughts. And the way that I can prove this to you is if you've ever had a situation where someone maybe sent you a vague text and now you're worried about the person, you could go and come up with 25 different horrible scenarios of what might be happening, right? Your brain can come up with those very quickly for you because it's able to do a very good job of looking out for danger. But oftentimes, none of those were even true, and it was the things that you didn't think about that actually ended up being the reality. So I can tell you factually that a lot of those thoughts that are coming into your brain are not facts. They have no merit to them. It's just simply your fight or flight response in your brain looking out for explanations and trying to warn you and prepare you. But oftentimes those are not even what is needed in these everyday situations of life. If you're walking down a dark alley, you want your brain to do that for you and prepare you. But in all other scenarios of life, living it daily, these are not things that you need to be happening. So, we all want to feel better about our lives, and that starts with our thoughts. Our thoughts are at the root of everything. Every circumstance that happens to you, you can either choose to think A or B. And A might be positive and B might be negative, and you're going to have to then feel the feelings that are coming from that thought. You're going to take action, and you're going to get the results that you get in life. So the most important thing about the self-coaching model is that it gives you all the power. There is nothing that anyone can't do to you in this world that makes you in a place of being a victim. You are able to take that circumstance, and you are able to look at what you're thinking about it, notice how it's making you feel, notice the actions you're taking, and then you can ultimately take the responsibility for the results that you're getting. So this is where all your power lies. Your power lies in the thoughts that you want to think about what's happening in the world around you. And that is the secret of how you begin to change and evolve and going after things that you want, getting over things that you're carrying around where you feel stuck. It is all in the power of your thoughts. And this model seems so simple, but yet is so powerful in how you apply it to your life. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I love teaching about this. I would love to work with anyone one-on-one that feels like they could use the support. You can go to my website, which is lifecoachingwithcarissa.com, and you can learn more. But I hope this is helpful for you. Write these down. This is something that you can do at any time. You can grab a piece of paper and work out the model of what's kind of happening to you and start to create an awareness around your thoughts. All right, everyone. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.